Okay, the last video had a look at some of the personal qualities required to establish a business. I'm going to move on now to looking at information. So where might information be gathered from, which will allow someone to start their own business or persons to start their own business. And then also have a look at the business idea in context of competition. Okay, so some places people might go for information before starting a business. Number one would be that of a professional advisor. So they're going to specific people who have specific skill sets who might be able to offer some information, some advice in relation to whether a particular business venture is viable or not. So some of those people could include an accountant, so a person who's going to help from a financial perspective, solicitor, someone who's going to help from a legal perspective, the bank manager, so an important person to speak to. And that bank manager might also be bank manager / mortgage broker. So someone who can provide advice on whether you're going to be able to borrow money if you need money to start that if you need to borrow money to start that particular business. Or a management consultant, so someone who actually specialises in consulting to businesses about businesses in general, but specifically around the management of those businesses. So there's a few professional advice related people who you might go to, or a business owner might go to to seek some advice. There are some government agencies as well that an individual might go to. Have a look at these in more detail in class, but some examples being Department of Foreign Affairs, particularly if you're looking for business overseas, Department of Primary Industries, also New South Wales Trade and Investment Commission. So there are many government agencies who are there to support businesses and to support potential business owners as well. Some other sources might include Chamber of Commerce, Small Business Association of Australia and New Zealand, so not government agencies but agencies who are there to support business owners. Libraries, for example, and the Australian Bureau of Statistics to provide data, statistics in relation to certain industries, certain businesses, the number in a particular business, maybe even failure rates or success rates in certain industries as well. So there are some sources of information. In the context of the business idea, where are those ideas going to come from? They might come from people's personal experiences, for example, their people's interests in particular areas, their abilities. So, if you're really good at sales, for example, you probably would think more along the lines of establishing a sales-related business. Also, imagination. Some people are really excellent at coming up with ideas for businesses. Inspiration might come from other people reading literature, magazines, books, etc. Visiting displays. Visiting displays, government statistics. So I mentioned the Australian Bureau of Statistics previously. A potential gap in the market, or just general improvements to products. But for all of that, a successful idea really should be to identify a new market or an existing market where you think you can do something better, and to identify potential opportunities. That's going to require analysing and reviewing parts of a particular market, looking into that particular market. Where are some areas in that market where opportunities lie, and also identifying other people who might share similar interests so that you could potentially use those people in the business as well. Competition is going to be a part of that business opportunity as well. Are there many other businesses in that particular area? Are the products going to be marketed to? Is it going to be to a mass market, i.e. a large one, or a niche market, i.e. a smaller one, more specialised? And then see, okay, well, who are the competitors in that market, particularly if it's a mass market. If you're going to try and start a product that's going to come up against Coca-Cola, for example, in the energy drink market, that's going to be a very challenging market to enter because of the size of your key competitors. So two ways to achieve competitiveness would be competitiveness in terms of cost. If you think you can produce a product that's as good or better than competitors at a lower cost, well, that's going to be an advantage and potentially lead to you starting that business. Or differentiation, so making a product that is different, unique, better than those of the competitors' products that are out there in the market at the moment. Okay, the next video will move on to establishment options.